So done, we're live.
Go on.
All right, good evening, good morning. We want to appreciate you all for joining us on this special edition of our Town Hall series, where we have the opportunity to bridge the gap between Edo-lites at home and those of them abroad. This is the second in series, and we are very, very delighted to have you join us live. My name is Daniel Praise Ose Debame, and tonight I'm not alone on the program. I have with me a cerebral person that has actually impacted Edolite from Diaspora, Miss Dr. Tony Aguans. Dr. Tony, good evening.
Yes, thank you, Dan. Greetings to all Edo State sons and daughters from across the world. We are live here with you and want to introduce our special guest today. He is no other person than our brother, the Chief Press Secretary to the Edo State Governor, Mr. Fred Odianose Itua. You are welcome to the program, sir. If you can say hello.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yes, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, distinguished Edo State sons and daughters, as we start, we just want to, make it very clear that this program is very interactive. So, make sure that you call in. Our numbers will constantly be displayed, and you can follow this program right there on social media, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere it is live. So get set as we have a really good time speaking with no other personality than the Yes, welcome to the program. And I just want to ask the first question. CPS, you occupy a very important position within the government of Edo State as we currently have it. How has it been, sir?
It's been quite challenging, and it's a learning curve, different from the regular PRO that I was used to, not at this scale. But the good thing is that each day gets better with new challenges, and if I say the days ahead will be better, I'll be lying. It gets tougher with each passing day, but the good thing is that as they unfold, we also raise our game to meet the challenges, and hopefully we'll keep doing what we know how to do best to ensure that Edo people are properly educated, briefed, and enlightened on the goings on in Edo State, to serve as the bridge between the government and the governed, uh, across border as well. So it's been quite challenging, but it's also a learning curve that I appreciate every day.
All right, we know it's quite challenging. I want to first start by congratulating His Excellency, the Governor, on his affirmation as the authentic Governor of the state. Congratulations. So what does this Supreme Court judgment mean for the government of Senator Mando Pueblo, and what should Edolite expect from him, both at home and in diaspora?
It means no more distractions. Before now, the time spent in court, the unnecessary front and back, and the media war were all distractions. With this one behind him, is fully on ground. His mandate has been affirmed, which means no more room for unnecessary holdback or distraction. So it's a blown governance that is taking a firm root, with the key agenda that he has, that he needs to implement within the next first 4 years, uh, uh, which we are seeing already. So what it means is that no more distraction. He's fully focused to deliver on the mandate given to him by Edo people and affirmed by the various courts of law in Nigeria. So that's what it means to the government.
Now, the idea of probing the immediate past administration was actually caught with so many reactions, both negative and positive. What says you as the chief press secretary? Some persons are of the opinion that it's not really necessary to actually go deep some old wounds. What is your opinion on this?
Well, the governor has taken a position. Until he does otherwise, that position stands, and that is that he's going to hold a public hearing to probe the last administration. It's not really about Baseki. Baseki did not serve in isolation. They were cabinet members, they were appointees, heads of agencies who would account for monies appropriated and how they were spent. So as it stands today, that probe will still happen. But if tomorrow His Excellency Senator Mondo Bewolo decides otherwise, rest assured that the whole world will get to know. But as of today, nothing has changed from his original plan of telling Edolites what was gotten within the 8 year period of Baseki Hesway, how the monies
Mm.
were spent, and the projects that were allegedly done by him. You compare, like, you place them pari passu to see if they actually tally with what he has told the whole world. There's some state assets that were disposed of hurriedly, what the money was done with, the transactions, a lot that the public needs to know. So
Mm.
as of today, that probe will still go on. But if the governor decides otherwise, rest assured that I will let everyone know.
Definitely. We want to quickly bring this to your attention, the issue of insecurity in the state. It's getting to a point where even our brothers and sisters in diaspora, they fear for their lives. We've seen cases where when some of them return back home, they remain in Lagos, they stay in Port Harcourt, they don't come home. We've seen your work. We've actually followed your track record, especially in the area of disseminating accurate information and representing the government. But quickly, as the chief spokesperson of this administration, what should we expect from the government end in terms of tackling insecurity?
Well, that is been done. When you say what they tend to, they means nothing is being done. As I speak, a lot is being done. When the administration of Senator Mondo Bewole came on board, inherited quite a bad situation, probably because of the election that had just happened as of then.
Mm.
Within that period, between October and November, I think Edo State recorded the highest number of court-related killings, majorly men, some family men, others, very young people within a certain age bracket, between the ages of 20 to 45. Uh, the governor determined to address this, sent a bill to the House of Assembly, which was immediately passed. It was assented to, and that bill is currently in force in Edo State. For a while, the peace was relatively okay until some daredevil court leaders felt that that peace needed to be threatened, and we recorded some fresh cases of killings which, as I speak, they are being addressed. So last week, the governor set up an early squad made up of like a joint task force made up of the military, civil defense, police, and other sister agencies. They also co-opted repentant court leaders, what they used to call O1, if I'm permitted to use that, who are members of this squad. They know these guys. And I can tell you since last week when they commenced operations, they've arrested not fewer than 20 prominent court leaders who are currently in police custody, and they will soon be charged to court for prosecution. And if found guilty, they run foul of the law already in place in Edo State, they will face the music. That I can show you. So a lot is being done in that regard. Yes, there are still some pockets of insecurity within the fringes of the states.
Mm.
Um, in Edo North, that has been addressed. The military with other sister agencies are doing that. And the governor has also done something. When he came aboard, there was the Edo State Security Network, which has been renamed Edo State Security Corps. And as of now, over 2,000 uh, officers have been trained. A new set will be trained soon. So as it stands today, every local government has at least 100 trained officers of the State Security Corps collaborating with vigilante groups in communities, villages, and the statutory security agencies. That is ongoing as I speak with you. And in some places where before now they were ungoverned, what some people will call ungoverned territories, they are being addressed. Before now in Edo Central, for instance, there was no security presence. Uh, when I say security presence, there was no military presence there. As I speak, a military base is being set up there to complement what the civil security apparatus is doing in the states to ensure that there is a serious pushback of these guys and some of these killings should stop. The governor is bothered. Is bothered that those states that contribute about more than 30% of the annual remittances to Nigeria, almost about 7 billion, at least by the last record released by the federal government, about not less than 5% of that ends up in Edo State. They go to the big cities where people feel safe enough to make serious investment. And that is not healthy for anyone. So for a government that wants to build a strong and viable economy, it needs internal security to be in place for our folks in the diaspora to feel safe enough to invest here and help everyone back here in Nigeria, particularly in the States. So a lot is being done in that regard. There are some I can't talk about because of the sensitive nature of what is being done by the administration. But what I can tell you is that if you call your folks at home, they'll tell you, yes, it's getting better. The journey is just starting, but I can tell you that in a matter of weeks and months, this issue will be permanently addressed, if not permanently, it will be reduced drastically to its barest minimum.
Okay,
Yes.
I know Dr. Tony will be coming up with the next segment or the next series of questions. Dr. Tony.
Yeah, thank you very much, CPS, for your very
Thank you.
articulate answers. Please, at this juncture, sons and daughters of Edo State all over the world, the phone lines are on. It's on the screen. Please call on WhatsApp. Don't make a direct call. You have any question you want to ask the Chief Press Secretary to the Executive Governor of Edo State, please feel free to call. Even when the CPS is speaking, we can always interject. He has said he's ready to take any question from under the sun. So please don't hold back. So CPS, before a call, I think you have a phone call. Yes. Hello, sir. Please tell us your name and where you are calling from.
I'm Prince Kelly Udebulu. I'm based in UK from Urohi Kingdom in the Southwest local government.
Okay, please go on, sir. Go on, sir.
Yeah, I just have something to say. Thank you very much, the CPS. You are doing
Thank you, sir.
We say the dissemination of information accurately be passed to the necessary quarters and assimilated. But let me go pigeon here. Concerning the issue of OB, which I know many people are going to ask you, I don't see anything so big about that because what the governor said was very accurate. He was right. He told us that somebody of high profile cannot just come to Edo State without notifying the authority. What if something happens? It's just like a landlord. You pass window, enter house. Something happened. So he just told the friend that please next time when you are coming, please try to pass the month, enter my house. So that I will know so you enter house, no problem, none day. So he not do anything wrong. So if you not get bad detention, you will say, okay, my friend, I hear you. Next time when they come, I will pass the door. I will let you know so that they come. What a result. So there was nothing where governor do there where we say it be anything strange. The governor was right, and I thank him for even telling the friend, please don't come again through the window. Pass the month they enter my house because I'm the chief security officer. I'm the landlord. Very simple. So that is my clarification and my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Prince. Thank you. CPS, what do you have to say to that contribution?
Okay, a lot has been said. A lot has been said by Nigerians, both home and abroad. We've seen the reaction from the internet. Some that have deliberately misquoted what the governor said. Some who know the truth but choose to peddle falsehood. But I'm not here to apportion blames. This evening at about 3 p.m., if I recall, I issued a statement detailing what the governor meant and restated some aspects of what he said, which is that there are protocols that must be followed when important personalities visit a state. I'll draw one instance. I recall when the governor visited, that is Edo State governor, visited his counterparts in Kano State, when that gruesome murder of some travelers happened in Urom, if you recall. I was on that trip. The governor went to that state with just one security officer because his colleague in Kano State from the airport provided whatever he needed, protocol, vehicle, security, until he got back to the airport and flew back to Benin. That is the normal procedure because if you are a VIP and something bad happens to you, the public will not be privy to information that you were never informed. They won't know. So the governor said, you can't come to my territory as the sheriff in town. When you're coming, you say, okay, I'm coming over. It is when you make that move and the government decide not to oblige you that you can run far of these basic protocols. But to do that, they endanger your own life and probably endanger those people that will be around you. That's what the governor said he will not take. Obi is a public figure who, if you go to some places, if there's no proper security to control off supporters that may go berserk and overexcited to see him, we may have a stampede that will lead to wars they may not be able to control. So the statement was made within that context. But for those who have said he was threatening Obi, why would the governor do that? He didn't threaten Obi, but he insisted, and that's insistence is still in force, that if a VIP is coming to Edo State for any event, irrespective of your political party, the state governor should and must be informed for the safety of the guests and for the safety of the people residing in the state, who in this instance, many of whom are citizens of the state. So the governor is saying, inform me when you are coming, and that's instance. But the other aspect that people decide to impute certain wrong insinuations and politics, that wasn't part of what the governor said. The video is there, it was clear. And whoever plans to twist or give a secondary interpretation to that is far from what the governor intended when that statement was made.
Okay. CPS, thank you very much for that insight. Now, the whole court battle is over. Supreme Court has affirmed Senator Mondo Gbawolo as the authentic governor of the state. What is the priority of this government? What is his administration prioritizing?
Well, the government has, before the elections, came up with its own agenda, what has now been christened the Shine Project: security, health, infrastructure, natural resources and agriculture, then education. So the administration is built on these five key pillars. Every other thing derives its foundation from these key elements. And already that is being done. Insecurity is being restructured, as you know. That the security architecture of the state is being restructured, which is the acronym there. Then health sector, as I speak, critical primary health facilities across all the wards in Edo State are being resuscitated with doctors and other medical personnel recruited to man them. As I speak, that is ongoing and it will go around every part of the state. The infrastructure, there's no more we can say that about that. Is obvious already. You can see the ongoing first flyover in Ramat Park, which has reached an advanced stage. Another one coming up at Desua Junction, Saple Road. That one is kickstarting soon. If you go to some parts of Lucky Bene John Way, Upper Mission Extension, that one is almost completed. If you go to major parts of Edo South, at least about 10 major projects are ongoing. Then if you go to Edo Central, the same is happening as well. Key projects is happening. And beside the ones funded by the state government, the governor has used his relationship and strategic partnership with the federal government to influence certain big projects. If you've been to Edo Central, for instance, from the long stretch in Irekme, which is the beginning of Edo Central, down to Ewu, along that long federal highway, about 90% of that road is being done, the dual carriageway, by the federal government. They've reached almost like, we were there yesterday, they've reached about 80% completion of that road, which is critical. Then from Europe to Benin, a road that before Hidado would take you about 4 or 5 hours, in 45, 50 minutes, you are the bypass in Benin. That was personally done by the government as an intervention. Then if you go to Sapele Road as well, there is about 323-kilometer stretch of that road that the governor is funding. Of course, later there'll be discussions on how to recoup the money back. Then the old Warri Road is being done as well by the state government. That one has also reached an advanced stage. Then if you also go to Auchi, Akoko Edo, that's Igara, the one is getting needed attention. Some parts of Auchi and the rest of them, that is being done. If you go to the Owan part of the state, a project has been awarded from Mirepme down to Sabogida Ora. That project has been awarded. So there is no part of the state that is left out in the area of infrastructure. Now, in terms of natural resources and agriculture, the governor earmarked the biggest budget we've seen for agriculture, over 70 billion for agriculture. As I speak, in different parts of the state, across the three senatorial districts, there are commercial farmlands that have been cultivated, and cooperatives and the rest have been co-opted to manage this stuff. The government is going full time into agriculture. If you come to government house, a portion of it, you see tractors in their hundreds that have been purchased by the government, which will be given out to the people. Seedlings have been given. In the coming weeks, there will also be some form of grants that will be given to farmers. So it's massive agriculture for Edo people. And the governor's mantra is that we must eat what we produce. And that's what he wants to replicate across the three senatorial districts of the state. So it's not like the regular agriculture where people use cutlasses and hoes and it's not encouraging. This time around, the government is involved. Any support that is necessary for them to succeed, rest assured that they will be offered. So in the area of education, as I speak, there are over 100 schools that have been renovated and rebuilt, some completed, some ongoing. New ones are being awarded. And the governor said he will not rest until every public secondary primary school in the state is properly fixed and make it habitable enough for people to learn. And I also know that when the governor came on board, there was this serious shortage of teachers, and that has been addressed. Some have been recruited before the commencement of a new session. About 300 more will be added to that list, and the target is to recruit 5,000 before the end of his first administration to bridge the gap that we currently witness in the education sector. Even within the health sector, where we have this serious shortage of health personnel, or almost 500 health personnel are being recruited as I speak, that are expected to be deployed to these rural areas and major government-owned hospitals, health centers, for them to provide the needed medical support to every Edo resident and citizen that need to afford them. And within that health sector, within that space, the governor has also introduced this health insurance scheme, which is for as low as 18,000 naira, you can subscribe to that insurance arrangement, and you have access to health services in government-owned hospitals across the three senatorial districts of the state. So a lot is being done across these five major pillars that the governor has promised that he wants to work on, and no aspect of it has been left out. Everything is going along simultaneously, and as the governor, I can assure you that he won't renege in any of them.
Okay, now before
yeah, thank you very much, CPS, for your answers. Somebody has put a question on the chat, and I'm going to put that question out so that you can respond. But as I put the question out, I just want to connect it to an issue that probably you have mentioned, but I think this our brother has put it. I'm sure CPS, you can see it. The question that ASP Solomon Rifle, I think it's from Port Harcourt, is asking. We know that the mantra of the current administration led by His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo is practical governance. Less talk, more work. Workative, not talkative. We all know that, and we are saying that. And then the governor has come up with the SHINE agenda, which is security, health, infrastructure, natural resources and agriculture, and education. Some of these things you have touched on. So, but when it comes to the issue of security, and this is one area, like last week on this program, we had the Commissioner of Police, talking to Edo State citizens, and then the feedback we've got is that it was very, very reassuring. But in between, then we had these other issues that came up again. So what, in your own view, are the structural, measures that can really be taken to, especially security?
Well, I've dwelt largely on that. One of the first things I dwelt on when the governor came on board within the first 100 days, the first thing discovered that mobility was a major problem. People, security agencies, despite their willingness to tackle insecurity, could not access certain places because they don't have operational vehicles to go to this area. So the governor purchased Helios vehicles equipped with modern security facilities. As I also speak, he has purchased over 1,000 modernized motorbikes that also be given to security agencies to assess those areas within the rural places that vehicles may not be able to be done. Then we also have retraining of the state-owned security outfit, which is the Edo State Security Corps, where over 2,000 so far have been hired and trained and paid adequately, unlike what was inherited where they were owed years of salary arrears. That has been addressed. So, like I said before, probably the person who asked the question joined us. We have the governor, Senator Mondo Ekpewolu, has also done something significant. He, he has ensured that every part of the state, rural areas, have been encouraged to set up vigilante groups who will be manned by these various heads of agencies, security agencies, supported by the state-owned security outfits, that is the State Security Corps, to provide the needed security. And there's also increase in surveillance and intelligence, which is primary if you want to really tackle security. That is being done vigorously by the administration of Governor Mondo Pewolo to ensure that no stone is left unturned. As I speak, um, I don't know what the right name to call it now, but there is the press in Urumi, that's Edo Central, about 150 soldiers have been deployed to support the existing arrangement to provide infrastructure in the area. In Agenebodek, that is being done as well. In different parts, these things are being done to complement what is on ground and to ensure that there will be no part of the state that will not be governed. It is an ongoing process, and I can tell you without any fear that in the coming weeks, security challenges, although there will be some pockets of cases here and there, but to be largely be addressed by the administration. And I know people, this feel that there's a government in place that means well for them.
All right, if you're just joining, it's still the Edo State Diaspora Agency Television, and it's the Town Hall series with no other person than the Chief Press Secretary to Edo State Government, the Edo State Governor, talking about Mr. Fred Itua. Mr. Fred Itua, you've talked about infrastructure, you've talked about road, you've talked about agriculture. There's one area I would like us to really get insights from you: electricity. There are some parts as we speak that are yet to enjoy good and stable electricity supply. And we all know what electricity means in our present generation. Small businesses thrive, survive on electricity. There are some communities, as we speak, first-hand information. There are some parts in Onwan East, to be precise. There's a place called Ibohare in Eastern Central Itua, and other communities and some settings that are yet to see electricity supply for the past 10 to 15 years. What is this government doing to address the issue of inadequate power supply in Edo State?
Okay, just for the records, this government has spent 8 months in power. Let's establish that fact. They will proceed from there on the plans of the government going forward. There is an agency in the state legislative agency, rural legislative agency that's in charge of connecting rural areas to the national grid. It has a clear mandate to ensure that every community in Edo that does not enjoy any form of power supply, that will be addressed and will be connected. That has already started. Recently we issued a comprehensive press statement on the governor's blueprints in that area on what he plans to do, how to bring in places that before now were never captured at all into the national grid, and how places where there are collapses of existing infrastructure, how to upgrade them, and also do collaboration with the relevant federal government agencies to come to the aid of the states and provide some form of support in any way they can to ensure that no part of Edo is left in darkness. Is a major plank of the administration that the governor plans to work on, and that work has started already. So if there are places that are still in the dark, I can tell you that is top priorities to the government, and that the agency responsible for that has been given a clear mandate to ensure that every part of the state is connected to the national grid. So if it hasn't gotten to your place, be assured that it will come.
Okay, now moving on. We need to let's quickly look at the area of having some set of persons who are on the street parading themselves as talks or agbero in quotes. We know some of our brothers and sisters in diaspora. Some of them have investment in transport. Some of them have people probably on hire purchase or all that. And there have been a lot of complaints of this negative interference between drivers, motorists, and some persons called agbero on our street. And there are allegations that since this government came on board, it seems all hell was let loose for these guys to return back to the streets. Is the government aware that we have talks hijacking the streets of Edo State and disturbing motorists from carrying out their daily activities?
Well, there's nothing. The government is like is omnipotent. Is that everywhere? So if there are cases of alleged obstruction or obtaining by false pretense from motorists or residents, and you have proof, just know that none of them will be left without appropriate sanction being meted out. If you recall, one of the key agencies of government that ran foul of existing statute was suspended because of some form of high-handedness. And the people who were involved, of course, faced the full wrath of the law because that was not part of their mandate. And I can also tell you that any part of the state where those you refer to as agberos, some call them thugs, some call them road transport workers, whichever name we choose to give them, there are laws of the state which they must abide by. And it's an ongoing process of reintegration. Many of them also undergoing serious reorientation training for them to know that a new sheriff is in town who will not tolerate abuse of residents under any guise. So far, some that have done that, it deliberately or otherwise, have been handled the right way. And if you also fail to observe, you discover that the trend is on the downward side. Before now, it was quite bad that you couldn't do any of that. They were so violent. But now they also know that when they run foul of the law will, we deal with them the appropriate way. But another thing is some of these road touts, or what you choose to call them, are also staff of the local governments who sometimes hide under the guise of, oh, we work for the state. They don't. But because the state controls largely the local government in terms of certain areas permitted by the constitution, the administration of Mondo Bewolo has done serious work in ensuring that there's a form of harmonization to avoid double taxation in that sector, to also avoid people collecting these monies and putting them in their private pockets. These issues have been addressed, and because it's an ongoing process, it will take a while. But just know that whoever runs foul of the law, that the governor will not look the other way and allow them to go scot free. Not not this current Governor Monday Obewolu.
Yeah, thank you very much, CP. Please, I want to again remind viewers of this program on Loud Media, on EBS TV, YouTube, and on Oberland, the TV, on Edo State Diaspora Agency, on Facebook. If you are watching, pick your phones, call in, because sometimes I can see a lot of chats, being dropped. Pick your phone and call. The CPS is here, and like I said, he promised to answer any question. So there is one here, CPS. You talked about this, but I just want to put it on the screen for you. I'm sure you can see what he's saying. Say, how does the government intend to deal with the? There's a call coming in. Let me take this call. Hello, please. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, I called before. My name remains Prince Keludevulu.
Okay, Prince, go ahead, sir.
The CPS, please. Many people ask these questions, and I want our CPS to please let people know the collaboration or the connection that the governor is doing with the regional minister who's from Edo State, to say that the suspended NDDC project Baseke resumes, because many projects being carried out by the NDDC in Edo State, we can recall, were all suspended by the past administration. For example, the NDDC road project from Ehala in Efuma through Urohi to Ujoba has just been abandoned, and so many others. Is there any way, or is there anything in the planning or in the plans of the governors that things will be done in the nearest future? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Because many people want to know more about the resumption of these NDDC projects across the state, because many questions are always being raised concerning this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Prince. Prince from Scotland in the United Kingdom. I think he called back. So CP, if you can just take those.
Okay. Just last month here, plans had been made for a flag off for the construction of inner roads in the state-owned College of Education, but because of last-minute hitches, it was postponed. That project will be executed by NDDC. The Minister of Regional Development is from Edo State, and charity begins at home. And I can assure you that I don't speak for him, but from what I know, he has great plans to ensure that the NDDC and the newly established South-South Development Commission do not take Edo for granted. Most of those projects that were suspended by the last administration because of political differences or whatever you choose to call it, they will be resumed. There are processes that they have to take for them to arrive at that. But from what I know is that those projects will resume soon. And NDDC, which is a development agency, interventionist agency, will move to sites and ensure that projects that were abandoned, probably not captured in the project, are captured in subsequent ones next year, supplementary, and other interventions that will come. And Edo State will be at the center of those interventions because, like I said, charity begins at home, and the minister from here and a core grassroots politician will not look the other way while other regions or state benefits. So that's what I can tell you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, now, Press Secretary, let's quickly look at the area of job creation. Edo youth are very hardworking. To an extent, they say an idle man is the devil's workshop. If these youth are not engaged, we might end up leaving them in the hands of fraudsters or in the hands of fraud. In order not to be counted as one of the states producing youth that are into fraud, what is the government doing to address the issue of unemployment and job creation?
Okay, government is not primarily an employer, but government has the responsibility to create an environment that encourages SMEs, that encourages any form of entrepreneurship, to ensure that young
CP,
people
sorry,
have the
I had to.
skills.
A call has just come in. Please, you hold that question in your
Okay,
stride. Let's take this caller because we want the program to be very interactive. Yes, caller, your name and where you
all
calling
right.
from, please. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello?
please.
Am I on?
You are live. Yes, speak to the Chief Press Secretary to the State Governor.
Okay, thank you very much for taking my call. My name is Dr. Sagi Binoson, and I'm calling from US, Chicago. Thank you very much, CP, for
Thank you,
taking
sir.
time to be with us. We in the diaspora, we are fully in support with the administration, and we don't
Thank
want the
you.
administration to fail. It's not a question. It's just my suggestion to the CP and the press or everybody that's close to the governor. The election campaign season is over. Now it's time to govern. And we want to put the governor in high regard. Whenever the governor is going out to address the masses or the people, there should be a podium with the seal of Edo State. And most of the things that is going to be saying should be pinpointed, written down, and just the key points to be written down so that it will just be focusing on that. It is happening everywhere, United States, wherever. So whenever that is out there to make a public, when the public are there, let a speech or little note to be written down so that I can look at the podium, look at the key point, and read some of them down. And whenever there's a mistake or mishap, there should be a follow-up by the press secretary and all to clarify if there's any mistake or anything. So because we that are here, we see more than a lot of you guys don't see down there. Please, we want the administration to go well because words is mightier than a sword. Thank you very much for the good job you guys are doing. We are in support
Thank you,
of
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yes, that was a diaspora from Chicago, USA. So, CPS, you can maybe add a little to what he said and then go to that question.
No, what he has said is he has given a valuable advice, and the points are well noted for action.
Yeah.
I was attempting to respond to a question. What was the question again, please?
We talk about job creation,
Job.
creating an
Yes,
environment where you can have
I said
something to contribute.
enabling environment. One of the first enablers of job creation is security. When you have security, you are sure that when you have a business, no irresponsible person would steal from you or kill you or maim you. You are more at home and you are at ease to do your business. That's the number one priority which the administration is tackling. The second one is infrastructure. If you don't have infrastructure, stable lights, you don't have good roads, access roads, where you can apply your trade or enable what you do, rest assured that no matter the ideas that you have, nothing of such will come to fruition. Then the other one are business laws that are friendly. As I speak, those laws are being reviewed, and anyone that the governor feels will not promote a healthy business environment, they will be repealed and reenacted so that the people can have this free economic space to apply their trade. And I just said in the coming months, will because of the high level of skilled people that we have who are within a certain age bracket, demographics within a certain age bracket, the administration is also doing something to make Edo like an IT hub, ICT hub, where young people who are very skilled in that area can use their skills to lawfully make money for themselves, and through that also place Edo State on a global pedestal, not in a bad way, but in a positive way, that when you talk about Edo, you won't associate it with funny vibes. Then within the government space, there are attempts by the relevant agencies to ensure that some people are co-opted into the government. Employment of at least 3,000 civil servants have been done since the government came on board, into different ministries, departments, and agencies, and many more will follow. But no matter how many people you employ as a government, you are still largely limited. The best way to get people engaged is to create the environment for them to apply their businesses, avoid cases of double taxation, ensure that business environments are safe, the infrastructure is provided in form of relatively stable lights and good roads, good access roads, and all of that. So when these things are done, business owners would do well. Of course, we also owe the government the duty to lawfully and willingly, without any compulsion, pay their taxes, so our government can provide more of this infrastructure for them to do their job.
Okay. Dr. Tony.
Yes, we're expecting you to call. There's a lot of messages on the chat. I just want to encourage you to make the call. It's easier for you to call. But why we expect that? I know we are towards the tail end of this program now, CPS. There's a question I want to ask, and that has got to do with the general perception of this administration. Still early days, all the legal fireworks, they are over. So in terms of the opposition, what are some of the feelers? Are they? I know the governor have extended the olive branch to the opposition, because at the end of the day, we are all, first citizens of Edo State. So what is what are some of the signals, coming from the opposition?
Well, I don't speak for the opposition.
Hmm.
I do that for the government. Maybe the next outing, the no opposition, they have so many leaders now. They have factions.
Hmm.
So I don't know which of the opposition is referring to. Is it the other ADC factionalized? I don't know which of them. So
Yes,
that the best position to
In Edo State, PDP, Labour Party, in Edo State.
I don't even know who is the chairman of Labour Party, or they have a spokesperson. I never heard from them. ADC, I've not heard from them. PDP has over 3 spokespersons. So I don't know which of them. So they'll be the best person to tell you how they plan to constructively put the government in check. I can't do that job for them. I'm not hired to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. President, are there plans to collaborate with?
We're having a caller. There's a call. Let's take this call. Hello. Please, your name and where you're calling from, please. Okay, we lost that call. Go on, Dan.
Now, we have so many professionals in diaspora who might want to contribute. Not everybody might actually have a shot in the government, but for those of our brothers and sisters who have what it takes to contribute to the government, is this government open for collaboration with Edolites and diaspora to start?
Well, that's why I have the Edo State Diaspora Agency to handle what you just asked. And we have a very competent Director General who understands every aspect of diaspora engagement. And she has been doing a lot in that respect. She has visited some countries, met with Nigerians. She has also planned series of events she will hold before end of the year across the globe to engage Edo folks in the diaspora on how they can get involved in governance, invest in areas where they'll get returns, government plans for them. So Diaspora Agency is fully empowered by statutes and laws of the state to handle that. And if they have inquiries, of course, their doors are open for them to engage them. And I can tell you that the DG, who is very cerebral and accessible, will be ready to provide the necessary information that will better educate them, inform and enlighten them on how best they can key into the shared agenda of the current administration.
Okay.
Thank you very much, CPS. Another call was coming in. I think it could be a lot of signal jamming up here and there. So, CPS, we got just about less than 10 minutes on this show this evening. I just want to ask you, sir, this more on the latter side, so I go break it down for Pidgin English. Okay, I hope you speak Pidgin English, this because you'll be breaking so many grammars.
I was born at my primary, secondary, first degree in Edo, so I can speak very well.
Yes, I know this one. Somebody said I must ask you this question today. You know, when you were appointed chief press secretary to the governor, so people were saying that you are not from Edo State. So tell our people, you'll be Lagos.
if you hear my name na Fred Odianose Itua. Igbo man no dey be Odianose. Odas na his name. Itua na his name. So if you say I be Hausa Igbo because I black like charcoal, na Babele. I be full born this. I come from Europe, man. My primary, secondary, first degree. Now from my village, Europe, I attended. And after my first degree, some years ago, that when I come off of village, go city, go hustle. So almost all making, I'm full blooded, and those ones they talk those ones, I show it na bad belly. You know, say when the appointment come, they say, this man will not work for governor. Where was he? When were they under the rain? They under the sun. He did it somewhere they enjoy. He want and reap well enough for so. Say I be stranger to the whole arrangement. And I asked one of them, I said, is it possible for governor to appoint his first appointee a stranger that he doesn't know? He would just go and bring a stranger from nowhere and say, okay, oh. I said, it's not possible. I said, there are key positions when you go appoint people into. Now, people when you know personally. But let's not go into all of that. But instead of looking at what I could do, they talk about that stuff. They talk, say, oh, na stranger. Who is more Edo than me? Nobody. I don't understand Benin very well because I was born and raised in Redman. Redman, they share boundary with Edo South. So I hear Benin. There's nothing to say Benin I won't hear. I speak Eastern properly. I hear Ora. Because they share boundary with Sabogida Ora, with Ozala. So I almost probably the land when I go here and part of those Akoko Edo I go here. I know the tradition. There is nothing about Edo tradition and custom I don't know. And my wife now my wife now from Esan. Esan was my local government. My children, 2 children when I get, they never come in Redman at least 20 times. So up to 5 times a year. I get house for Ebuma. So if I be stranger, I'll go build house for them.
No.
So not bad believe those ones. And if people not hate you, who will hate you? Na animals, so it's allowed.
Okay, Chief Press Secretary, what is your message to Edo indigenes in diaspora who are afraid of coming back home to come and invest? Some of them want to invest, and they are still skeptical about the issue of security. What talk to them? They are watching you and they are listening.
Okay. Yes, you get every reason to be scared because of what you know in the past. But like Oga said 2 days ago, there's a new sheriff in town. The new sheriff, they tackle the issue of majorly the issue of insecurity. And if you also ask people in their house here about the level of security now for Edo, they will tell you the truth. Say yes, serious improvement day. And Oga no already stop. Oga talk say if Nadam be the only thing he go achieve as a governor, to say during his time he stop courtesan or reduce and drastically, he still go dey satisfied. So they handle that one head on. The issue of cultism, as I talk, so these small hard men, when they give people sleepless nights, some don't run. The few ones when still they have been arrested, and those who don't arrest, they sing praises for detention, and more people will be arrested to ensure say Edo go dey safe for people to come. Before Christmas period, Edo go be like festival time. Everybody across the world, if you remember those days, it was a festival. They will say, Edo, they will go house. Even my village those days, on the 2nd of January, for it be like feast. Everybody from across the world will come. Last year, December, that one happened. That was the safest Christmas when I don't get in almost 10 years.
CPS, sorry, a call has come in. Just hold it.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, can you reduce the volume of your set there and tell us your name and where you're calling from, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from Italy. My name is Victor Osamudame from Edigan family of Use.
Okay, Victor Osamudame. Please ask your question. Yeah. The CPS is listening.
I just wanted to ask the CPS about the issue of job creation. You understand me? Because we all know that our forefathers have done a lot for us before they left. That is a thing that will make us to grow. So most of those things are being neglected by our governors because they don't know the idea, they don't know what to do about it. I will advise governor, because I want this governor to grow. I will advise him, let him invest, let him build a refinery that can refine anything that goes about a palm. We have nothing less. We have all to about 400 to 500 miles square of palm that belongs to Edo State at Tusen. Just go and investigate that place. So if the governor can just take his time to invest in producing that palm oil, a liter of palm oil here in Europe is €8. A liter is €8, and we have brothers and sisters that can market all these things all over the whole world. So I want you people to please advise governor, let governor invest in those things. Then when the money will be coming, it will be like crude oil money. So you will have enough money for infrastructure, for other things.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
It's more than 2,000 people that were working.
Yeah, thank you because of time. Thank you very much, my brother Victor Samudiame from Italy. Yeah, CPS, you heard what the gentleman said.
Okay, already, state-supported private sector oil and palm industry there don't take already. One of the biggest actually in the country. So of course the room is open for more to come in to do that business. Edo is majorly known for that. If you want to get the best palm anywhere, even in Abuja, they'll say Edo, or we say Bende red oil, they're very good. Even Gary, if you want to buy Gary for Abuja, for instance, or Lagos, they'll say Bende Gary, they're more expensive than the rest because of the uniqueness of what we do. So several areas they where government they explore. For government to say want go into agriculture, it means a me business. And no aspect of agriculture they left out. Palm oil production, cassava, maize, all of them go there. And it will surplus for us to have enough to eat, then take out even outside of the shores of this country. Rest assured, it will happen. They not just plan, we don't pass the level of planning. We did the level of execution, and the governor they personally supervise that as I talk to you. Recently, when they go Edo Central, just about 48 hours ago, he visited one of the farms being cultivated by Edo State government. So, now correct plan they on ground in that area. So no cause for alarm.
Thank you very much, sir. And just before we go, is just on the hour mark now. Your parting shot, I think that was what Dan was saying before that call came in to Edo State people.
Yeah, the parting shot is that any government, no matter how perfect, there are some days when you make mistakes. It just, let's say you get wife, you get husband, you get children. No matter the bond you wanna get, because you are human errors go there. Nobody they perfect. But once when you dey sure, you say Edo State has a governor that deeply cares for the people. Like I've chosen some persons and the governor has said so repeatedly on his own. If it's about making money, Oga for not run for election. As a private sector person, he was very comfortable. but he's in government to make the life better for the people. And he has assured them that that is what he's going to do. He don't start already. We see him for infrastructure, health, education, security, all of them, they are visible. So I just need Edo people to trust Edo State governor. Say, waiting, tell them, say, he go do them. Don't be rhetoric, don't be politics. Politics don't over. Now, time for governance. And the kind of governance, not be the one where they sit for office, they wear suits. Now, canvas, they wear, they go out. You know, now, IMAC, anything when they see, the IMAC them. If you go road, you go check, and if you not do okay, you go tell them, say, change the structure, or you go revoke the contract. So it's somebody who is in government to work for the people. And by the time he's done, we will look back, if you want to compare, would the Ambrose Ali and of blessed memory and late Samuel Bemudian, which now two of them gets on the best records, and Comrade Adams Oshomole, it will even surpass their records because of the plan when they got for Edo, and they surpass each one by the day. And rest assured, say no go stop. A person, if he starts something, nothing they stop him, and a good are big. So make the trust governor. Say go make Edo safe and better for everyone by the end of his first term in office.
Okay. I don't know whether we can add this one. Talking about bulldozer, some people they feel like say if they carry a bulldozer, they face only opposition. The people where you don't like their face where inside the states. Not true with that.
You don't go court before, Abi. If you go court, that image, waiting be they blind, Abi. The law is blind to anybody. If you run for the law don't know whether you be brother or you be sister. If you run for the law will take its full course. Opposition or ruling party is immaterial. We are first brothers, we are first Edo people before we be members of APC or PDP. So if you run for the law, the government not look that way, go look waiting the law talk, and the law will take its course. So all those ones they talk those ones, well, maybe they get their own version of truth where they want push. But truth is universal. If you not be true, you know if you be truth. That's the thing.
Thank you very much, CPS. Always a pleasure having you, erudite, articulate, very measured and straight to the point. You have not ducked any question. It was just
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for all you are doing. And to Edo State people worldwide, I just want to say that this program is here to stay. We are streaming on Loud Media, on ABS TV, on Edo State Diaspora Agency, Facebook, and on Oberland TV. So, because information is power, it is often said that when people are not informed, they are deformed. And when you are not informed, you cannot also transform. So that is why we want to put out the right information. There's a lot going on social media, but this is the channel where you'll be hearing it right from the source. Like in our next program, we'll be having here the Honorable Commissioner for Information. He will be here, Mr. Ohombamu, to talk to Edo State people. And of course, other functionaries in the government, Edo State sons and daughters, they will also be here across the world. We bring it into this channel to talk to us because we need to all interact and engage. So on behalf of the production crew, Daniel, Praise Osadebame, Oteri Justy, and even our DG of the Edo State Diaspora, who is the executive producer of this program, Dr.
DG.
Oduware Ogboroko. I want to say a very, very big thank you to you, our dear CPS. God bless you.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm grateful.
Just enjoy, I will do on this program always, our fantastic and always sweet Edo State anthem. You will love this. So stay tuned.
The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the city is marching. Stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers have labored, and our time to serve is now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. are found in all nations, and our greatness is second to none. Our history forever shall be written, how our kings have endured all times. Our people cultured in unity, our hearts beat for the land. Rich culture, stories of heroes, legacies forever be. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other, forgive and let it go. Together we can stand, come what may, and our future lies in us. Teach our children to